This is, of course, the 2017 Ford F-150. Now, what's the big change for 2017? Well, it has a new motor and a new transmission. Yeah, it still has a 6-cylinder EcoBoost, that means turbocharged, under the hood, but it's actually connected now to a 10-speed automatic. Now, that was developed in conjunction with General Motors. Yeah, Ford and General Motors working together on a transmission. So the model we're driving today is a 4x4 Super Crew. That means that it has the extended second row, so you can fit 3 full-size adults back there, which is great if you're in charge of the carpool. It also has all-wheel drive. That means obviously that power goes to the front and to the back. This one also has a locking rear differential if you really need it. Now this also includes the tow package with a little trailer backup controller there and a little trailer brake down there. It's got all the things that you would really want in a basic truck. And by basic, I don't mean it's cheap. No, far from it. This one, of course, doesn't have leather, and it also doesn't have the Pro Off-Road kit. So this one is bargain priced at $52,000 and some change. Now, the first thing that you'll notice on this interior is that it looks very much like last year's interior. Because it is. It does still have Ford Sync 3, which is the good new version of Sync, which is great. I have control over my audio, like XM radio. I can also plug in an iPhone to get Apple CarPlay, which is one of my favorite things. It also supports Android Auto, which is a win. Let's go ahead and engage the new 10-speed automatic and see how she does. Should we start with a Burnout? I think we should start with a Burnout. Hey look, the poppies are out. California's been having massive amounts of rain lately, and it's brought the desert to life, which is kind of cool. Now, historically, Ford has not made a Ranger pickup because they thought that, well, the F-150 kind of fits all. And they've done a good job in offering a range of models from fairly low priced to stratospherically priced, as there's interiors to match all of those options. However, as time has gone on, Nissan continues to sell record numbers of their Frontier pickup. And you know the Frontier is a tiny little pickup, I mean, compared to the F-150. So Ford is actually thinking about bringing the Ranger back, which is interesting. And that will mean that the F-150 is finally released from having to fill that small truck niche and instead can become the Uber truck we all know it can be. Does that mean it'll change much? No, probably not. In fact, 2018 heralds a new exterior design in the F-150, but it has a lot of the things that, you know, we've come to know and love about the F-150. It still has a choice of multiple power plants, everything from a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder to an 8-cylinder. But let me tell you what's interesting about that. This 6-cylinder 3.5-liter EcoBoost is actually more powerful both in horsepower and torque than the 8-cylinder model. Along with this new 10-speed transmission, there's also an all-new 3.5-liter EcoBoost motor in this car. Now, what do you gain with this model? Well, it actually has more horsepower and more torque than last year's model. Other than that, it's basically the same, though Ford claims it's all different. Sure. Okay, let's go see how this little thing does off-road. Ha! Now we're not doing Baja here, and this isn't a Raptor, so we're not going to jump it as much as I would like to do that. But it is soaking up the bumps. It's pretty manageable. In fact, I don't even think we need the off-road package for today because this looks pretty pedestrian. But let's go ahead and take it out. We'll see how it handles. You know, it's a big truck. Big trucks in tight spaces, well, that really tests how good the handling is and how predictable the motor and power can be. Let's go up here. Okay, that was a little tight. I think we can get through this though. No problem, right? Ha-ha! Come on, yeah! Whew. Turning radius. So, do I like this truck? Of course I like this truck. The F-150 is a legend. It sells more trucks than most car makers sell in their entire product lineups. That is a mind-boggling fact. So of course I'm gonna like this truck. It's a good truck. They wouldn't sell like millions upon millions of them if it sucked. How about this 10-speed? It's pretty good. Not my favorite though. I have found when driving through mountain passes and stuff, when really getting on the transmission, it would get confused. Now I think that's just a matter of calibrating the transmission because, you know, the engagement feels good, the power feels good, everything feels good about it. It can get confused in a blue moon, and that's not what I like in a transmission. No, not at all. The Ford F-150 isn't the only truck you can buy. Even though, like every other truck sold is an F-150, there are plenty of other trucks that are worthy of your dollars and attention. And one of those just might be the Dodge Ram 1500. I'm sorry, was I saying something about the Ford versus the, yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. Okay.